Another FC26 video. Now we're just over a week away from the start of the Ultimate Edition. Long awaited. I'm very looking forward to it coming out, kind of ready for it to be released now. Just going to talk about like a few bits and pieces. We've got obviously the web app coming up soon, so we're going to have a little discussion on that. Mainly we are going to be looking kind of my aim of my starter squad, like roughly what I want it to look like, a bit more of an in-detailed chat about my RTG as well, and then we're going to have a look at some kind of meta players in a few different positions, as well as any there's been a couple of promos being leaked already, so we're already kind of getting to the leak stage now. But so first of all, I kind of wanted to start with kind of anything else kind of left that we've got left to do on FC25. There's a couple of objectives and evos to be done to gain packs in the next FIFA as well, so make sure you get those done. However, we are done with FC25. We were done a while ago. I do want to quickly show you some objectives. So we've got obviously, whether you're new to FIFA or not, you may well know that first of all you're going to be getting some welcome back packs. So we're going to talk about kind of what to do at the start of FIFA, what to look out for and things. So milestones and foundations are kind of one of the first sets of objectives that you'll get to do. It's going to be a lot of this sort of thing, building teams, chemistry, kind of stuff like that, and squad maintenance. A couple of the big ones as well. You've got the kind of finishing mastery and assist mastery, where you can get yourself they're normally 50k packs, 200 or 100k packs. So you've got 250 goals and I think it's like 400 assists or something. So when you load up FC26 for the first time, obviously you might have already had the web app on for a little while, but the first time you log onto the game, these are some of the objectives that you need to be looking at doing to really try and give yourself a head start. In the last FIFA, FC25, they have been untradeable, and they have been for the past kind of couple of years. Way back when they did used to be tradable, which was always really nice. But yeah, so to start the next FIFA, we are going to have these untradeable packs to kind of grind for, which is always good. Gives you something to do. It's also good to do squad battles as well. So as you'll see on my last video, the kind of timeline that we're looking at, we're going to have squad battles rewards first. They are always on a Sunday. If EA if they are going to stick to their next sort of like timeline, you will get the squad battle rewards on a Sunday, and even if you just do those goals and assists, you could be getting sort of gold 3, gold 2, and these are some of the packs you could be looking for. Obviously they'll be slightly adjusted because this is the end of the game, but even the 3,000 coins and the 75 times 5 packs, they're still good, and they will be tradable rewards as well, so we can get your club with some coins too. It's going to be a bit tricky to kind of discuss the very start of starting your club because we don't know what that's going to look like. I did recently put up a TikTok today. If you're not following my TikTok, have a look below. I did put out a TikTok this morning where it shows you the starter screen. So normally, if you're kind of a returner of FIFA, you'll know you normally select the nation and then you get a kind of starter pack based off that nation. But this year it looks to be leagues that we're going to get hold of. So they'll be interesting to look at as well. See what we get in those. The next thing I wanted to talk about as well was the FC points. Now, if you are pre-ordering the game, one of the main things you'll be getting is obviously the 6,000 FIFA points, but they're being split through the year. Now, we think it's going to be 2,000 FIFA points for the first month, second month, and third month. So when you first load up to the game, you're going to have 2,000 FIFA points. Now, for me, you've got one of two options. Now, one of the things you could do with it would obviously be to save it for the season passes. However, with the Ultimate Edition, you are going to get the first season pass completely free. So you have the option to keep hold of the FIFA points. Obviously, I'm not telling you what to do your FIFA points at all, but you have the option to keep them for future kind of season passes. But I would say there's kind of two main options. You've got the foot draft option. Now, obviously, if you are very good at FIFA and you think you can get to kind of good levels of the draft, if you think you can kind of get to a good level in the draft, obviously there are 300 FIFA points to enter. So you've got what would that make it? Six drafts to attempt with your 2,000 FIFA points. You could get some good packs back, but you do need to be kind of going at least sort of second round to be making any sort of decent coins off of them. And then the other option, and obviously the option I will be taking, is to spend on packs. So they'll more than likely be the 7.5k packs, which we've been accustomed to for kind of forever now, really. So you've kind of got these. So we'll open a couple and kind of show you what we're going to be looking at. So at the start of the next game, obviously you're going to have your 2,000 FIFA points, and you're going to be using 150 each to be opening these packs. Obviously, take away the fact that kind of if there's anyone good or anything, if you're going to be quick selling all the packs, you're going to be getting yourself 3,000 coins. So every kind of club that's going to be starting straight away is going to be bringing in kind of 25 to 30k if you don't pack anything good, if you're just pretty much quick selling everything. That's the kind of sort of coins you're going to be looking at, which will be the option that I'm going to be choosing, I think. I doubt I'm going to be playing foot draft. Oh, I'm trying to spend FIFA points on the last game on the FC26. Yeah, so that's going to be the option I'm going to be choosing, I think. So now let's have a look at. Bear with me. Let's have a look at the FC26 starter team that I have in mind. Now you can have a look at that, and it's not obviously going to be final. There's lots of different things that could come in. I could do my objective, and I could pack an Mbappe, in which case my team moves around, or as on the right you can see here, obviously they're the prime versions, but we are going to have our pre-order icons. So I'm sure my pre-order icon will slot in here somewhere. Obviously it depends on who I get, it depends on where they slot in. But this is the kind of rough sort of team I've put together. This is kind of a good time to talk about the RTG as well. So as some of you may know, I'm running the RTG this year, Road to Glory, where I'm not going to be spending any FIFA points, obviously other than the ones I get from the pre-order. And I'm just going to be using my account as a free-to-play account, whereas in previous years I might have spent some FIFA points. This year I want to kind of evolve as many players as I can and keep hold of as many kind of OG cards as I can that I've used from the start, and just see what we can do with it. And based on sort of how well I do in foot champs and things, we'll set some sort of parameters once we've got a bit of a gauge on what the game's like, where if I win a certain amount of games, I can open a certain pack, or maybe I could add FIFA points. It could be a discussion, or it depends on, say, if I lose a certain amount of games, then I've got to discard one of my players, or I've got to swap them out for a bronze or something along those lines. So as some of you may know, I'm a Chelsea fan. It's going to be a Chelsea sort of themed RTG. However, I know other content creators, and this is no slight against them, but I know other sort of content creators have done full teams on clubs, and I do like watching them. However, if it's not sort of Chelsea, I'm a bit like, oh well, I don't really care for these players that much. So what I'm doing is kind of the best of both worlds, right? So in this starter squad example, we've got João Pedro, Gittins, and Estevao from Chelsea. Okay. So my rule for the RTG is that I'm only allowed to use a minimum and maximum of 3 Chelsea players. So I have to have 3 Chelsea players in my team at any one time. However, at least 2 of them have to be current Chelsea players. So we'll use an example. We'll go for we'll go for Rude Hullet. Okay, so in this example, we get rid of Gittins, say, ignore positions and everything for now, but and we chuck in Rude Hullet. Okay, so this will be a hell of a first pack, by the way, in first couple of packs in FC26. So in this example, got 2 Chelsea players and 1 past Chelsea player. Okay, so that would be allowed. But I can't just have kind of 3 Chelsea icons. It has to be two minimum from the current Chelsea squad, and I'm allowed 1 legend sort of card, either hero or icon. Okay, so this is the sort of squad I've gone for. Nothing too crazy. Bearing in mind, also, I'm only going to have 2,000 FIFA points worth of packs. I think this team's relatively achievable. Ekitike might be a little bit expensive. He's looking like quite a good card at the start of the year and very popular. Kind of same with Murillo, but this team's obviously a little bit interchangeable. But there's a couple of cards that I want to use. Conor Gallagher looks very good. He could be very cheap and he's very all round. Depending on what Evos look like at the start of the year, he could be a good card to Evo as well. So that's just a kind of rough idea of my starter squad. So now we are going to have a look at some of the kind of cheap meta cards that you can look out for. These are also good cards to think about when opening packs. Okay, so whether you go down the draft route or the packs route, these are good cards to look out for, because if you see a Jed Spence sat in the back of your pack, you might not realise, but he's going to be very desirable because of his pace and his links as well. So I won't go through everyone, but there's a few good ones in there. Ola Aina's a good one. It's obviously low rated, but solid stats for the start of the year. Obviously, we've all just come back off using 99 rated cards, but we've got Ola Aina, who looks very good. We've got who else we got here? Diego Dallo, obviously Man United player, going to be very chased by a lot of players. Matthias Nunes, he's going to have a lot of different positions. He could be very good. You've got João Cancelo, obviously Portuguese, in the Saudi League, who's going to be good for length, and it's just a very good all-round card. Another position as well, this is a very good position to look at, is the cam position. You also tend to find a lot of players who can play in different positions here as well. Like Malcolm is always a very good starter card because of where he plays, his links, his pace as well. If you put Malcolm with obviously João Cancelo, you're going to get kind of good chemistry and good links off that as well. You've got Xavi Simons, who obviously in this graphic is still playing for Leipzig, but he's recently moved to Tottenham, so he's going to be good as well with being Dutch and in the Premier League. You've got some very good looking cards there as well. Here's a couple for you as well. I really like this graphic because this is old players who have now kind of turned to silver, but they could be good to Evo as well. Obviously you've got the likes of Vidal. If any of you guys have played older FIFA, these names are going to be you're going to love some of these names that you're seeing. Obviously Podolski, Sissoko, Ashley Young as well, Jerome Boateng, Jesse Lingard. These are all really nice cards to kind of have as a project Evo, kind of sat in the background. I have a couple of ideas. Obviously a lot of people are going to go for Pogba, I've seen, so there's going to be some nice cards that we can look to Evo in the next game. Finally, we're going to have a look at some of the leaks that we found so far. So, World Tour looks to be kind of the first. It looks to be it's going to be an objective, kind of set objective, but it could also be the first promo we see in packs. Could see a mixture of both. We did have something very similar last year where we had what was it? I think it was English players or Argentinian players or something along those lines, where you get a set of kind of players from one nation, and then at the end you get a kind of group reward of like a better version of someone from that nation. So that could be something good to look forward to at the start of the game. And also we're going to end on what could potentially be the first sort of promo in FIFA, which a couple of my favourite promos through the year. I love Road to the Knockout. I always have. I love the nature of the cards upgrade, and they're very good. It's a very good time. And the thing is as well is you can pack anyone and normally they're pretty good. They hold their value or they go up as well. It's really, really good for trading. I'm not a big trader, but I do like to kind of have a look. With Chelsea obviously being in the Champions League this year, we're going to get some Champions League cards, so hopefully we can get some nice cards in that. I would love to hear some of your starter teams, guys. If anyone wants to kind of go down below in my Discord, drop any sort of starter squads. If we get enough, we can do kind of a reaction and have a look at some more squads. And yeah, really, really appreciate you guys dropping by. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.